silence of mediocrity to disperse expansive, game-changing marketing wisdom. This is the Jeff Payne Show.
Reaching for a higher place than we can reach alone. Get up, get in, it's time to win. This is a Jeff Payne Show.
Here's a question that should make every business owner uncomfortable. What if the strategy your marketing and SEO agency has been running for the last 3 years is not just ineffective, but actively working against you? Not neutral, not stale, working against you. Welcome back. I'm Jeff Payne, and today we're talking about one of the most significant shifts in local search visibility that I've seen in years. Most business owners have absolutely no idea it's happening, but some of their competitors do. And that gap right there is where the money moves. Let me take you back a few years. One of the most powerful ways to climb Google rankings was something called anchor text links. Here's the plain English version. When another website links to yours and uses your exact keywords as the clickable text, say, best headshot photographer in Houston or top Houston attorney, Google treated that as a vote of confidence. Stack up enough of those votes and you'd shoot to the top of search results. Agencies loved it. It was repeatable, scalable, and it worked. Google's algorithm has been quietly, and then not so quietly, turning that strategy against the very businesses using it. We're not talking about a slap on the wrist. We're talking about entire websites disappearing. Page one to nowhere. Not one page, every single page, site-wide. That includes home service companies, law firms, photographers, cleaning businesses, electricians, dentists, roofers, gone. And here's the part that should make your stomach turn. They paid for it to happen. They hired agencies, built links, followed the playbook, and Google eventually used that playbook against them. Here's what I need you to understand as a business owner. Your website is an asset. And like any asset, your building, your equipment, your brand, it can be devalued by bad decisions. The difference is a bad lease you can see coming. A bad link strategy, it shows up 6 months later when you're staring at the phone wondering why it stopped ringing. The businesses getting hit hardest right now are the ones whose agencies were still playing the 2021 game in 2025. More links, more volume, more anchor text. It looked like progress. No, it was a countdown. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this because the businesses that understand the shift are quietly gaining ground right now. While their competitors are on fire, they are growing. So let's talk about what is actually working. First, niche authority. If your industry has respected third-party directories or recognized associations being listed, that matters. Google sees that as proof you're legitimate in your space and industry. And here's a wild card that surprised even the top SEO experts I've studied. Awards, even modest ones. AI-powered search is increasingly surfacing businesses with third-party recognition over businesses with better reviews. Yes, a lower-rated business can outrank a higher-rated one because of an award mention. Worth doing, but that's the floor. You must go higher. I work with Colt Melrose, one of the top professional headshot photographers in America, based right here in Houston, Texas. His website isn't a portfolio, it's a show. You should go visit it, coltmelrosephotography.com. Real clients, real stories, real measurable outcomes. Not soft wins like I felt more confident. We're talking about clients who can directly connect their professional headshot to over $1 million in additional revenue because of their headshots. Now think about what that means for Google and AI search. $1 million from a photograph? When someone types best headshot photographer for executives, what does an AI system reach for? The most credible, specific, outcome-driven content it can find. A story that says, this attorney's headshot contributed to over $1 million in new business is not something a competitor can manufacture overnight. That content earns links naturally. Other websites reference it. Journalists cite it. Industry peers share it, and it compounds. That is story-driven proof, and it is one of the most powerful visibility strategies running in 2026. I also work with Daniel Goodwin at Provident 1031. You can visit his site at provident1031.com. He specializes in tax-smart real estate strategies and 1031 exchanges, as well as Delaware statutory trust. We recently published his book, and it's available on Amazon and major online bookstores right now. Now, I want to reframe what that actually means, because a book is not a vanity play. A book is infrastructure. A published book is indexed by Google. It is cited by AI systems. It generates references from journalists, podcasters, and industry peers who want to point their audience to the most credible voice in the room. Pair that with professional quality masterclasses, which Daniel has, and you're not just telling the market, you're the expert, you're demonstrating it at scale, on demand, for anyone who wants to watch to verify it. When AI is asked who the authority is on 1031 exchanges and tax strategy or Delaware statutory trust, an author with a master class presence has a completely different probability being named than someone with a nice website and a few directory listings. Completely different. But here's an example that I believe defies what winning truly looks like in 2026. And it comes from the dental lab industry, of all places. Burbank Dental Lab, you can visit their site at burbankdental.com, created what they call success guides. We actually developed this about 10 years ago. They were detailed, practical resources for dentists they serve. Not ads, not brochures, but actual guides that help dentists do their jobs better. The result, over $2.4 million in revenue were tied directly to those guides. Not from selling the guides, from being the dental lab that dentists trusted, because the guides existed. This is the distinction that matters. That's already a remarkable story, but here's where it gets important. Those guides were PDFs, and PDFs age. The market catches up. Competitors replicate the format. The window closes. A lesser company refreshes the file and calls it a day. Instead, Burbank Dental Lab reinvented the category entirely. Burbank Dental Lab now is developing 3D animated guides of surgical procedures, viewable on any device. Go as deep as you want into any procedure, connect directly with a live dental lab technician in real time. This is not a content upgrade. This is a new standard for an entire industry. And here is what I want every CEO listening to understand right now. Burbank Dental Lab is not building links. They don't need to. When you create something that genuinely serves your customer at that level, Google finds it, AI cites it, industry publications reference it, dentists share it with other dentists. The entire digital authority machine that SEO agencies are trying to manufacture through tactics, it builds itself because the value is real. Real value is the only thing that has never been penalized. So here's a challenge. After this episode, one question, just one. Ask your marketing team or your SEO agency this question. Are we building tactics or are we building proof? If they can't answer that in plain English with specific examples and real outcomes, that is your answer. You don't need to become an SEO expert or a marketing expert. That is not your job. But you do need to know the difference between a strategy that compounds and one that counts down. Now you do. The rules of visibility have changed. The businesses winning right now are not the ones with the most links. They are the ones with the clearest proof, the deepest value, and the courage to reinvent before the market forces them to. That's the game. Let's go play it. I'm Jeff Payne. Find me at jeffpayne.net. See you next time.
Thank you for listening to The Jeff Payne Show.
Find the complete archives of all episodes at jeffpayne.net or subscribe for free at Apple Podcasts and never miss an episode.
This program is copyrighted by Jeff Payne Incorporated. All rights reserved.
Each week we bring you a message of inspiration and hope, remembering that true hope is available to all through Jesus Christ.